And also kind of the sense that you can take on a temporary new identity while you're there because nobody will know you anyway, right? You can be married, you can be rich, you can be single, you can be adventurous, you can be an extrovert, you can be an avid reader, even if none of those things are true when you're traveling. They just get to be true while you're there. Hey girl, I'm in for the night. I already poured myself a little something. I'm Latesha, this is the slow pour. You comfortable? You good? Okay, so you know that feeling when you go somewhere new and you start looking around at how the architecture looks different than it does back at home, and colors seem brighter there too, right? Are the trees always that green? Did the buildings get pressure washed recently? You notice the sounds too, like it's quieter than it is back at home or much louder than you're used to. The scent in the air is a mixture of area, environment, the local foods, the cultural foods even, and the nature, depending on where you are in the world, that could be the scent of the ocean or trees or pollution or whatever it is. And you start to look at the people around, like, do they look like you? Are there any other Black people here? How many? Did you even think you'd see us? But what you also hear and feel is the quiet of your brain with no responsibilities, and also kind of the sense that you can take on a temporary new identity while you're there because nobody will know you anyway, right? You can be married, you can be rich, you can be single, you can be adventurous, you can be an extrovert, you can be an avid reader, even if none of those things are true when you're traveling. They just get to be true while you're there. I'll also start by saying it's not that you hate home. In fact, you love it. It's somewhere you take a lot of pride in making your own, but when you've been in the same place for too long, inside you start to go a little dark, right? Not dark as a negative. I mean, like the colors start to fade where it feels like you're almost living in Technicolor, and things that typically bring you joy or are your go-to comfort meals, shows, places, they no longer have the same appeal or give you the same dopamine hit they normally do. So every day starts to feel almost like Groundhog's Day, like the movie, in that kind of way, where every day feels exactly the same. And you start to feel even just the creativity draining out of you. Even the people you love start to annoy you a little bit because they are asking too much of you, even if they're kind of just asking for things that you normally don't mind doing. You feel tired, even if you haven't been doing anything to feel tired from, and you realize it's because you needed to shake shit up a bit, and not even going to a new coffee shop in town or thrifting or hiking your favorite trail or even just trying a new activity. That shit just ain't gonna cut it once you've kind of reached this point. You needed this trip to wake you back up, to reignite your spark, and to light you up so that the world is back in full 4K color. So you take the trip, and your first thought is to get food, right? At least it is for me after traveling all day. But you don't wanna Uber or take the train to eat. Nah, we're gonna walk because you want to people watch. Like, seriously, does anybody look like you there? And you want to see what's within walking distance of your temporary accommodations, because we all need that one spot where you fake being a regular during the duration of your trip. And so you're either going to opt for that one local dish that everyone told you to try, or you're gonna go to see your favorite to see if they know what they're doing where you are. I recommend you go for like the random hole-in-the-wall local spot with local cuisine, because the best way to learn about a new place is through the stomach, in my opinion. I also always recommend asking the server what they recommend for someone who's never been to that city or country before, and honestly just say yes, whatever they offer. Bonus, try a drink that's a staple for the place that you're in, like when in Rome, do as, right? Next, I want you to interact with a local, but let's not make this awkward because I don't like that. So my favorite is the person that works at like one of those like local corner stores, mini marts, or refreshment stands, whatever they're called wherever you are, while they ring you up for whatever you purchase. Ask them if there's any place that they'd recommend you check out for whatever floats your boat, whether that's shopping or thrifting or some tourist attraction or dancing, hiking, sitting at the park, whatever activity that you would normally enjoy, do it, but make it local. It's an easy way to feel like you're at home in a new place, which all wanderers really love to do. We love for every place to feel like home. And if you want the good people watching, I suggest you find a cafe with window seats that face the street, or better yet, has a table like out on the sidewalk. or go to like the local popular park, whatever that is, and set up shop near the walking trails near the entrance so that you can like watch the people who come in and out, or a local market where you can not only people watch to learn how the locals interact with like one another, but also how they look. Cause come on, don't y'all be looking for and like counting how many black people are there? I don't know, I just do that everywhere I go. But also you can see what the local folks like do and where they eat. I recently went to Hawaii and I remember taking like an ukulele lesson where the first time we played a full 8 count of something simple. It was Twinkle Twinkle Little Star to be exact. And the sound was really the sound of an instrument I'd only ever heard on TV, but was now physically holding in my hand and playing. And I don't know why I had this rush of not only like pride because wow, I'm playing an instrument, I have never played an instrument before, but I was learning something cool so fast, and also just the gratitude that I was able to travel to a place that far and truly immerse myself in the culture. When you have your experience where you truly realize this is exactly what you needed, it always happens like that first day. The walk, the train, the taxi, boat, bike ride back to the hotel feels different, right? Because your mind knows that you are safe to just be and you want to soak up every minute of it. People are going to tell you though that it's a lot, that you can't just sit still, that you're always looking for the next flight to book, that you must be running from something back at home. Clearly I've heard it all of the, it must be nice to just leave whenever, or you ain't never home. And they say it like it's a flaw and not a whole skill that you built on purpose. What they're not getting is that this was never about running from life. Personally, I love my life. I love my business. I love my child, my parents who just live 20 minutes away. I love my husband, my friends. But the leaving, the trips, they're how you get back into that kind of life. You didn't leave because home was bad. In my case anyway, it could be. You mostly left because you needed the color to come back, and it worked. You can feel it. The trip did the thing. The ukulele, the corner store guy who gave you the real spot, right? The walk back that felt slower and fuller than the walk out, that's not escape. That's you coming back online exactly the way you needed to. So don't let nobody talk you out of what just happened to you. The version of you that exists only when nobody's watching and you've got nowhere to be, like, that's not a side character. That's you at full volume. So go ahead, open the app, book something. It doesn't have to be big, by the way. It just has to be yours. Okay, now if you're sitting here thinking, that is not me, girl. I am not getting on a plane by myself. I hear you. And honestly, you don't have to, because the actual thing underneath all of this was really never about the passport stamp. It's permission. Permission to not know what's next, even for just 20 minutes. So just try the smallest version of it right where you are. Order the thing on the menu you've walked past 100 times, right? And never tried it. Sit somewhere, your own porch, a bench 2 blocks from your house for 20 minutes with absolutely nothing planned after. And just let yourself not know what's next, just for once this week. You don't have to leave your zip code to feel a little more like yourself. You just have to let 1 hour be unplanned on purpose. We spent today on just one trip, one version of you that only shows up when nobody's watching. And now you know that she's real, whether you go looking for her on a plane or just 20 minutes on your own porch. Thank you for spending this time with me. If something in this one is still sitting with you, then good. That's the whole point. Please don't rush it. Okay, girl, let me go. Do me a favor though, leave a review, it actually helps. And if this one hit different, send it to someone the way that you'd forward a voicemail you could not keep to yourself. I'll see you next Sunday.